Hello guys, this is Cetra here, and this is just a rough estimate, I should say, of what my setup looks like. It is a work in progress right now. So as of right now, my desktop, I disassembled it. I plan to actually build a dedicated gaming desktop because I just recently purchased this HP laptop, which it's terrible for gaming, I'm gonna be honest, but it has a great processor. It's an Intel i7 6th generation, I believe, or 7th. I don't know. I have to look that up. Still not good with computers yet, just yet. Has 16 gigs of RAM, and it's can get up to about high quality 1080p 60 FPS recording. And so with something like, I don't know, an Elgato, which there's not any much light here, which I probably should turn on, would work fine. But this is just a work in progress right now. I am cleaning up, don't mind that basket of clothes. This is to kind of like, I guess, give you a rundown. This is usually where like I would store my games and stuff. And here I have like controllers, and I will cut it in a sec right here. Okay, back. So yeah, I have my controllers in here and some papers. My PS4, Xbox One, PC, has some X12s, Turtle Beaches. I actually have a few headsets in here. They're really nice. If anything, they're probably better than this Turtle Beach. But the reason why is I found a nice simplistic setup with this that I just feel like maybe it just works better. And when I just want to chat with friends, like on Xbox or even PlayStation, it works on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and 360. I have this going up right here. I have it's about a 24-inch monitor. Its max capacity is a 1080p display, so you know, but nothing any smaller than that, or else like here's a Raspberry Pi connected to it. By the way, that is a Raspberry Pi. It actually has some borders, so it's not good for anything smaller. But if it's a 1080p display, it'll work good. Although I'm not saying that's what happens when you have a 720p display, but for the most part, it's just what it is. And so yeah, and I have an Elgato original HD. I want to get the HD60, but my editing software, which I do need to upgrade, can only go up to 720p 60 FPS. I could go 1080p, but it's 30 FPS, and I much prefer 60 FPS. And even then, it only allows me like a certain quality and a certain length of time for 1080p, while 720p I can make as long as the videos I want it. And I believe if I want to get that, I have to purchase their Pro edition, but for the most part, it's what it is. I would have like some retro games in here, have some wires and stuff. My gaming PC, which is in the works, is not here right now, would go in there, and I need to get that little piece there. And here, the door's broken, as you can see. Not a good desk, but it would usually, right now I'm planning to put some, what do you call, I guess, wires, I don't know. Right now I have like extension cords or stuff, and this is like first setup. You probably won't see it later. This is where I have my gaming keyboard. This is a black web mechanical keyboard. It looks similar to their other model, which is not mechanical, but this one is, but it's a silent mechanical, so I kind of much prefer that. It changes colors. So is its mouse, so that's really nice. And then over here is my LG, I can't even remember the model, it's been so long. It is an old HD TV, but 1080p display, nice and large. Mostly just my entertainment setup, so like if friends come over. Right now all I have is a 360 right here, haven't even hooked it up yet. And then I have some other consoles here. Those are not all my consoles, obviously, but I have the GameCube, PlayStation 1, and PS2, which is backwards I need to fix. And I'll put some other consoles, I should say, for display. And yeah, for right now, that's all it is. Right here, I do have some shoes, dress shoes. Probably get that out of the way. I have my little AC unit over here. Keeps me cool. It's kind of loud, though. You might hear it in some videos. That's the cable that goes up to my modem right there, where it provides me the internet access that I need to surf the web. Now, as I mentioned before, I plan to get a dedicated desktop, which what I want to do with it is have it pure gaming. So it would cost me a lot less. I don't have to worry about focusing on buying a high CPU, and I won't have to worry about buying Windows 10 because I'm probably just going to run the Steam OS as a native operating system and just use an Elgato or something to record games, because I noticed that people use software to record gameplay, which is good. You know, it's nice, less space, and it's really good. And if that's the way you want to go, it's perfectly normal. But personally, me, I feel because it doesn't take up as much of your power or your system, you're not having to kind of give up that. So yeah, but this is a work in progress, guys. I'll make a follow-up video, and I apologize I kind of started this part late. I had to literally clean everything out, but so far this is what I have done, and it still might look bad, but hey, it's what I use and it's what I got, and I'm glad to show it. Hello guys, I am back, and I'm glad I can have y'all as a way to track my progress. But so far my games are all in here. So let's see, you got Sonic Generations, Marvel Ultimate, GTA, Gears of War 2 and 3. 1 in Judgment is actually installed. 4, Halo 4. This blank one is actually Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. There you go. Battlefield 4, and yes, I used to be a major Call of Duty fan. Not anymore, but I was lost then. Got some Xbox One and a PS4 game, Black Ops 3. Up here, I got some CDs. A lot of it's games and stuff, like, let's see, blank. Yeah, like some of them don't have cases or stuff. I just keep them in there, and then I have backups, because I actually make backups of my Dreamcast games. So let's see, they're backups. I do own the legal copy. This is like the second disc for Shenmue for the Dreamcast. It's good to do this with any CD base. I know there's certain exceptions like Saturn. You need to use the original hardware, but yeah. These are the controllers that were in here. I have Xbox One, it's the original, so I have the stupid adapter. The PS4, the original model. This is a 360 controller, and it is compatible 360. And I hate this because it has a fingerprint magnet, but I actually use this for PC. It has a long extension cable that, yeah, you don't really need to see all that. Just to know that what I do use for 360 is a shredder one, which is actually, well, to be honest with y'all guys, this was donated by Cetra Bolts for our school's gaming club. But what I ended up using it for myself over the summer, and I'm still using it now because we haven't really used the 360 at the club. But I will return it back as soon as possible. I actually do use a black one. I just really like red, although that's not the color of our channel, and one day I might get a green one or blue. But yeah, that's that. There's the PS4 running. Here, okay, so I have my Sega Genesis games. Back here hiding are some GameCube games. So you have Sonic DX, Mario Kart, Shadow the Hedgehog, Shrek 2, Spider-Man 2, iNinja, which was actually given to me by Cetra Arctic. Want to give you a shout out. Super Mario Sunshine, Mario Party 7, Kirby Air Ride. This was actually bought at GameStop, like right when they're like getting rid of their GameCube games. I got Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Although I do have this game for the PS4. That's right. I actually got the Star Wars bundle with that. So I got Star Wars Battlefront with some classic Star Wars games. I think it was like 2 of them were Dreamcast, two of them were PS2 games. No, 3 of them, sorry. 3 of them were PS2 games, and then 1 of them was a Super Nintendo game, which I may go over one day in another video. Then I have right here Spider-Man 1 for the GameCube. This was actually, I found at a yard sale. It was that Scooby-Doo game. It's not that fun, but it's there. Meet the Robinsons was actually my first GameCube game. Then we have NBA 2K, Ace Combat, and Super Hero Squad for the PSP. These are some other ones, Madden 2009 and Little Big Planet, which again I found at a yard sale. Then we have Super Mario Bros. Wii, which I used to do that. I believe it was the game walkthrough gameplay, but I had to take it down because of course, Nintendo. Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, Spider-Man 3, which again I found at actually I think I got this at GameStop, but it was like this. Mario Kart Wii, because you can't have Mario without carts. Then over here I have some more Genesis games and some NES games, which I use for my Nintendo. Which this is not all my games for these consoles, but for the most part it's just what I use. And then if you move these three, you have some Xbox games. Here is actually what I wrote as a little kid, but this was the Sonic Mega Collection Plus. Yes, by now you should know that I am a Sonic fan. This is the original Spider-Man like I have for the GameCube, but for the Xbox. The Halo 2, which is all over crumbled up. Halo Combat Evolved. The original Star Wars Battlefront. Sonic Riders. Marvel Nemesis. It's the Rise of the Imperfects. It's a Madden game right there, which I'm probably going to get rid of. And Spider-Man 2 for the PS2. And then for right here, I got Super Mario Brothers, Legend of Zelda, Duck Hunt, TNC, Surf Design, and Ninja Turtles, which not that well to me it's fun, but I hear that a lot of people don't like it, so it's whatever. It's whatever I want. Okay, so like I mentioned, have no wires hooked up. If anything, I still have my extension cord from earlier. This is the NES, so that's where some of the older ones come from. Dreamcast gameplay comes from this baby, my favorite console. It is a Dreamcast. I have 3 controllers and 2 memory cards and a rumble pack, which is, I believe, is in, yep. Then over here, I have my Sega Genesis, my pride and joy. Keep the safe house all this dust. And then I actually shoved in the Wii right next to the 360, which, honestly, I kind of regret, but I don't know. It works for me. Now, if y'all are wondering why I have these 3 consoles down here like this, I actually don't play with these. And as much as I love these consoles, 3 reasons. Well, actually 1 reason I should say. I like to use the backward compatibility feature. Now, what I mean by that is, well, with the GameCube, I just can play with the Wii. This is the Wii version that has the built-in GameCube. Well, although not authentic, I still much rather prefer, just because component cables are hard to come by. And as much as I love playing with, like, I always say it, play with the original hardware. Things like the GameCube, it's kind of hard to get high quality. So with the Wii, I just bought the component cables for that. Works just as fine, just a little bit less better than the GameCube component cables, but it works. It's still nice and, well, cheaper. So I much rather prefer to do that. Plus, you know, I have a little SD card slot for my games. Forgot I had this in there. And then the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, I play those games on a PS3. Now, I kind of gave away my PS3 a while back, but I plan to get another one. I'll get the original one so I can play these 2 games, or the games of these 2. So that's why you only see like 1 Spider-Man 2 game up there. Really, just so those I have it up there is just because everything can fit nice and flush. But yeah, and I just stole this 2 up there because it needs to be up there, homeboys. But yeah, I'll be back, guys. This is so far what I have done. Hello, guys. This is Cetra Cycle here, and well, I'm pretty much done by now. There's a little few things I still need to put back. I have a lava lamp, a regular lamp, and little other stuff. But for the most part, this is what it normally looks like. I cleaned it out and moved everything around, but pretty much that's what it is. So this is the laptop hooked up via Ethernet to the internet. I like cables. Okay, so I know the idea is you want to go wireless to have a nice looking setup, but right now it's just one of those things that I can't really, not necessarily afford. Well, as in not money, but more as in like ability. Like the size isn't big enough, I feel, and it just wouldn't look right. So right now it's good as is. Above here I have a wooden thing. My dad made this because he does like wood carpeting. I put USBs, batteries, and just other junk in there. Portable handheld Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and a PSP. If you're wondering what this bag is, this is sadly Batman for the NES. The little chips that are inside the cartridges, it doesn't work no more, and the casing broke. So yeah, I got 3 things hooked up: PlayStation, Xbox, and then obviously my computer. Guess which one? Lol, just kidding. Then I got my Trident headsets, or the boxes I should say. Yes, I got it at GameStop. That's probably the only thing from here I got from GameStop. This is that controller that I was showing you earlier that's compatible 360 and the Windows. Obviously the case from Elgato, the PSP traveling case, and have some games and stuff in there. This is the Vortex control freaks that I use for my Xbox One, which is obviously on right now. This is a mini Bluetooth chat headset, not really for gaming, just more for like everyday use. If you're wondering what this is back here, this is actually a street sign that says J&J Gaming. Now, this would have actually been the name of our channel if it wasn't for certain reasons, and well, one day I may go into it in a separate video. So pretty much these are the little Game Boy games that I have here, USB, 32 gig, a PC, like tools and stuff, you know, whatever, more Game Boy games. I will not show you all this game. Like I mentioned earlier, headset stuff, blah blah blah. By the way, I probably should have showed you this already. But I'm gonna get a better view of it if I can. That's the Raspberry Pi. Yep, that's it. Okay, so up here, some sunglasses. I use this to recharge the batteries that are in my Xbox One. Because I don't know if you remember I was showing you earlier, but let's see if I can get this open. Right there, green rechargeables. So that's what's used to charge them. They're more of a quick charge, but or they're supposed to be a quick charge, but it gets them lasting for a long time. Up here we have a little dice for my Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, I play it, but I'm not like all about it, if that makes sense. Like, I just play it as like a fun hobby. Well, YouTube's a hobby, I guess, but there's another hobby I'm enjoying. If any Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans know, that's 5 pieces of Exodia, the fake Egyptian god cards. I have some decks in here inside the box. Traveling mat, that's what this is, a foldable cardboard mat. It's a happy birthday card from my sister, thank you. Then over here is where it gets even more messy. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed, but that's my 360 running right now. Flash went off, thanks, because my phone's dying. But for the most part, this is what it looks like for my retro consoles. Now, you're probably wondering what the hell is this, and since my flash went off, boom, backup alternative, but those are all the wires. And like I mentioned, this is not really meant for a wireless setup, but essentially this is what it will look like. And for if you're wondering how I record, the Elgato came with this cable, which essentially connects to, if I can turn on the flashlight once again, connects to, I believe this, oh, the port's over here, and I'm able to record retro gaming, so that's a plus. Obviously I have my Sega Genesis right here, and all the consoles I showed you before. That's all running the Wii U sensor, which is mounted on there, so I ain't going anywhere. Controllers, and yeah, pretty much everything, and where it's all hooked up. Usually it used to be down there, but now I have it all hooked up inside here, and if y'all want a picture, should be popping up in a bit. But yeah, still sadly no PC. But yeah, this is what I have to use to record. That's why I haven't done really too much retro gaming. Not because I can't record, obviously I showed you I could. The problem is, this thing, freaking garbage. I got it at a flea market for, well, it says $3, but I actually only got it for $1. And it really does not do good, and it has like lines that go up, and it's just horrible, horrible, horrible. But for the most part, I just use it just so I can have a switch of console. So like if I have to pick, I saw the flashlight, whatever. If I have to pick, it just basic 1, 2, 3, and you know, you can just switch it. But I want to get a better one that's powered, because those usually work better. Yeah, that's pretty much my setup, guys. Don't really have much, and I'm not really trying to show you bragging, because this is actually not that good, to be honest. But this is what I want to show you, what I work with every day. And if y'all are interested in what headsets are back here, those are the kunais, and then those are the other Turtle Beaches. I actually have some A50s, but they're on my cousin's because my A50s, well, it's having speaker problems, and so it only has like, it's only coming out there like the left speaker, and then the microphone ports are working. This is a USB part, so I can hook it up via USB, 360 chat cables, and all the good stuff. But yeah, guys, this is the setup. Not really amazing, nothing to brag about, but I enjoy it, and I'm able to play games and record for you guys, and I think this is just something that maybe if y'all were interested in knowing what it used to be, then this is what it was. Now, if y'all were here a long time ago when the channel first started, I actually did have like a mini setup video, but it was horrible quality, and this was still bad quality, but it's a lot better than what it was, and it's just something that I guess maybe I'm a little bit not as too much ashamed about. But yeah, and if y'all are wondering, my friend Steven drew this picture and then drew me this one because obviously I am a big Sonic fan. But yeah, that's everything, guys. If you haven't subscribed, wink wink. But anyways, guys, have a great day in the Cetra Nation, and just want to let y'all know that if it wasn't for y'all, I probably wouldn't be doing this. But yeah, guys, one day I actually want to give you an in-depth review of the consoles that I own. Not sure when, but one day. I apologize for all these jump cuts at the end of each clip, but I want to say that, well, first of all, I should have done it like this, proper, where I'm showing the pictures and videos at the same time. These are, the video parts, I kind of feel like it's more of just like my perspective of what it feels like to be in my room when I'm doing what I'm doing. And some of it's just more like close up of what it looks like on with light and without light, with my lava lamp on. I will admit LED lights would be the way to go, and if anybody asks me what you should get, always get LED light. I don't know, I've had that lava lamp for so long, and I feel it does a trick for me, so I personally just use it, although I do one day want to upgrade to LED lights because they are freaking amazing, and just being able to control the lights, have the whole room light up green and blue behind my TV, and you know, all this stuff. But the reason why I'm not putting in too much work is, one, because obviously I don't have that many years left in this room, sadly, due to the fact that, well, I do want to go to college soon, so for now this is what I have. And B, being the fact that, well, don't really have a lot to really spend on, because right now I'm really focusing on other stuff, and mostly the equipment side of YouTube. So I want to focus on getting better capture card, better computer, or building that computer, I should say, like I mentioned. I also want to focus on microphones, all kinds of stuff, programs too, like software programs, like editing software. I definitely need to upgrade that. But there's a lot of stuff I want to focus on, so right now making it look stylish isn't really my priority, but I do love my setup. I put a lot of work into it, just getting it to work functionally, and maybe soon, one day, I can show off a really good setup that maybe might impress somebody one day. But I'm not really here to brag, I'm more just here to show that this is what I have, this is my perspective of stuff. And since I do a lot of the editing for the channel, not all of it, but a lot of it, it's one of those things that I just feel comfortable showing off. Although, will the other members show a setup? Probably not. I'm not gonna ask them to. It's up to them if they want to. It'd be cool to see what they have, because I believe 2 of the members, I really don't know what they have, but for the rest, it's like I know. Well, actually no, it's just Cetra Bolts setup. I don't know. I do know Cetra Echo, I do know Cetra Souls, and I do know Cetra Arctic setups. But if they want to show it off, that's on their part. But yeah, that's what I have to show. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to look at that. And if there's any improvements that I should do, that's for my videos or just in general my setup, just let me know. I'm open ears. I can take criticism, so you know, give it away. But anyways, guys, have a great day.
keep inspiring of what you want to do, and as always, keep it real in the Cetra Nation.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?